Look, I thought we were cool. I thought Biden's been kicking. The economy's booming, 5.1% growth at one quarter. Our average is like at 2.3%. We're kicking ass. We've got infrastructure, CHIPS Act, everything's kicking. And then I watched the Democrats just yank the rug out over one debate. And we saw him on the rally the next day and he was fine. I don't understand. I've never seen a group of people motherfuck themselves, excuse my language, as bad as the Democrats do. I've never seen a group of people go, hey, you know what? I'm holding a 2x4 as a weapon. I'm going to hit myself in the face with it. I don't understand the Democrats right now. And what are we? Is it virtue signaling? Well, he's obviously old. We need to fix it. What is it? Because they're going to lose. Who are you going to put in 6 months on that ticket? Gavin and Kamala, maybe. But what do you like? I don't want to just rip on the Republicans because the Democrats they're really being punk ass bitches right now. Excuse my language.
When did you start?
Well, actually, let me push back just a little bit on that. What you're seeing is what the corporate media does. It's a manufactured crap, is what it is.
Right.
The White House has put it out. We didn't say anything about we're thinking about quitting. Democrats, no Democrat. I have not spoken to a single Democrat that has said we need to replace Biden. If you want to talk about polls, his poll numbers have gone up since the debate. Everybody said the exact same thing. Wow. He screwed the pooch on that debate. He looked like hammered shit. So he did what he had to do over the next 5 or 6 days. He went out there and he gave us Dark Brandon. I mean, he just did.
Yeah, he did.
But we're not seeing that on the news. What you're seeing
in the media is they live off fear. They live off clicks.
Yep.
So they're going to run with, they're going to replace Biden. But let me give you some inside baseball on that. I mean, I actually talked to Democratic strategists that are employed doing this.
Okay, I got it.
There is no replacing Joe Biden.
No,
there isn't. The law is really straightforward about this. We tried this once after Johnson said in late March, I'm not running. There's nobody that has put the ground game together, raised the money, done anything. Right now, Biden has a decisive advantage in ground game. He's got a decisive advantage in fundraising. He is kicking Trump's ass in every aspect politically. He is. If he drops out, the person that takes his place starts at zero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Biden can't just hand this over legally. He can't.
Even the money he's raised, he can't hand over. He can't just transfer that account.
People gave that money to him.
If that's the truth,
so no Democrat. So just to finish that up, no Democrat that is actually a Democrat that is actually of the party is saying we need to replace Joe Biden. Nobody. They're all saying the exact same thing that I think I heard you say. And damn it, I'm on my second keyboard, man. Every time I go to watch one of your videos, I ban beverages when I watch your videos now.
That was very nice. Anyway, you're very nice and very complimentary about the Armageddon update. Thank you. And Ken heard it too.
They're all saying the exact same thing. We would stuff his ass, put his aviator glasses on, and weekend and Bernie's him through the election.
Yes, we will.
Before we ever replaced him.
Yep.
I have a question. So then what? Okay. So the media has got to know that we are literally at an inflection point for what's going to happen to America. We've never been this close to literally losing the country. So why would the media?
So let me I opened CNN.com just to see what's going on. Here are the top few headlines. Press secretary sidesteps question on whether Biden takes daily naps.
No, she didn't.
Democrats fear Biden could jeopardize chances of flipping House. Hear Harris's reply when asked if she's ready to be president. Former Republicans ready to embrace Biden to beat Trump, and then came the debate. I mean, it's every top headline from CNN.
What?
They're really trying to push because it's scary. It's scary. It's clickbait. But also they're trying to scare people.
CNN was purchased by a very hardcore right-wing billionaire.
It's the same on MSNBC.
Right before they fired Don Lemon, it was purchased, and he got rid of everybody. MSNBC too. But doesn't the media understand, especially MSNBC? Don't you understand that if Trump gets elected, you're done? The Supreme Court just guaranteed you're done.
He'll put 4 new justices on in his next term. Think about that. We will die before that Supreme Court dies.
So
Rachel,
let me finish.
Yeah.
Rachel, you're one of the smartest people I know. Back me up on this. Historically, no, they don't know. They don't know. Historically, they've never known. Every time they try to do something like this, you always have a billionaire frat boy club that thinks that they can control this Frankenstein's monster.
Yep, throughout history.
Every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
They think that they can control it, and they can't. They can't. So they pave the way for this monster, and then it turns on them and eats their face off first.
Yep.
Historically, that happens every single time.
Yep.
Except for Germany in the 30s, and except for there's a couple other times through history where it got to the point where millions died. That's what I'm. Look, every great.
That's what I'm saying happens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying happens.
Yeah.
Exactly what happens.
It definitely ends eventually, but what it takes is a world war and millions dying. So what I don't quite understand is why is the media, and I'm talking everybody from Stephanie Ruhle. The only person who's always clear-eyed seems to be Rachel Maddow. She's always very clear-eyed. This is crazy what we're doing. John Stewart also.
He said briefly to your question, fear mongering because it's clickbait. It's the monkey with the banana.
But it's so short-sighted. Listen, I get if it was Biden and Romney. Biden has that debate, and even I would be going, well, Romney seems to be together, and I know Romney's not going to burn the country down. As I always say, he'll sell off Florida because that's what he does. He's a corporate raider. He'll just get rid of a couple of states, sell them to other countries, and we'll have to deal with that. But Trump's vile. He's a vile, rancid boil on the ass of democracy, and he always has been. People forget that this guy was in court with his father for being a racist, not letting black people live in their apartment buildings. And this is in the 70s. The Nixon administration indicted Trump. So when the criminals are like, hey, man, this guy's a criminal, which Nixon did, I just don't understand what the media is going to get out of this except for a very short-term bump in ratings. Is that it? Because you're going to end America for a short-term bump on. Why don't you be honest? And here's what Ray and I we're walking around. By the way, Ray and I have been walking around the house ranting. I don't know how you and your wife are, but just walking around. But I just get up and I start ranting. I watched the press conference today. Nobody once brought up, and his press secretary didn't bring up. He goes, why are we talking about one bad debate performance when you saw the next morning the man stand up and kick ass? Why aren't you talking about the man who owes $500 million in fine, $100 million of it for rape? What are you talking about? Why are we talking about if this guy needs to bow out? This man has committed crime after crime after crime. He's currently got he's convicted 34 felonies and he's got 57 more to go. Why are you even talking about Joe Biden? What are you talking about?
That's what we don't get. This is what we were ranting about today. There is no conversation that Trump was fact-checked and lied 38, 39 times.
Every time.
So that if you think about within that, what was a short debate, and then half of that was his time, he's lying at more than once a minute. So every time he got the mic, he was lying. And we're not talking about that. We're talking about Biden. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You know, though, you say we're not talking about it. They're not talking about it.
Right.
CNN, whose ratings are in the shitter, pardon my expression, sorry.
Are they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their ratings are trash.